welcome to this edition of Sports Blab. Today we got a special guest here. We got Minion. I don't know if it's Minion Bob, or Minion Bill, or Minion Joe, or Minion Mark, but Minion. Looks like we got Raja visiting too. How you doing, Minion? It says doing okay. All right. Well, I'm glad we got the guest. Minions always got lots of insights into what's going on. So let's talk football. All right, let's talk about the AFC and NFC championship tomorrow. Minions looking forward to those games. Hey, you got the Bills against the Ravens and the Eagles against the Commanders. It is so hard to predict. It is so hard to predict. It is so hard to predict who's going to win those games because there are so many factors. Weather, who's injured, who's playing well, who's not rushed. But, if you look at those divisional games, they always say turnovers determine games. Well, let's take a look at the divisional round and see what that tells us. Did turnovers play a big role in the game? So you're okay with that? Yep. Minion's okay with that. So let's start with last week's Texans against the Chiefs. So when I look at the stats here, the Texans outdid the Chiefs in virtually every category. It just yards per play, 5.2 to 4.2. Everything. So let's look at penalties. Oh, Texans, 8 penalties for 82 yards. Chiefs, 4 for 29. Oh, Minion says that's bad. Yeah, that's bad. Drives the coaches crazy. Let's see. Interceptions. Times of possession. Oh, the biggest difference in this game, the Chiefs didn't win by much. They won by, 7, 8, 9 points. Those 8 sacks, the 3 sacks, are really what killed them. It killed drives. It caused the Texans to have to turn the ball over, the punt, et cetera, et cetera. So the 2 factors that I see, and Minion sees, he says make sure you mention penalties. Okay, so penalties and sacks are the 2 things that were the 2 big determining factors in why the Chiefs won and the Texans lost. So let's look at the next game. That would be the Washington Commanders against the Lions. And as you know, it was a 45-31, basically a blowout. But look at, but in every category, the Lions are ahead. 521 yards to 481. 320 passing yards to 299. Rushing, 201 to 182. 7.7 yards per play to 6.6. So let's look at the tail of the tape on the other stats. Again, the Lions are doing better on everything, but let's look at let's start with sacks allowed. Lions only gave up 2 sacks, none for the Commanders. Penalties, 5 for 30 for the Lions, 4 for 25. So it's even. So what stats, what 2 numbers? Minions asked you a question. Minions asking, what 2 numbers determine this game? Interceptions thrown and fumbles lost. So the Lions lost 1 fumble, right? And the interceptions, 4 for the Lions. And that, my friend, is the game. Yeah, he's cheering on the inside. You can't hear him, but I can hear him through the headphones. All right, next game. We got the Rams against the Eagles. Now, mind you, the Eagles, this is the Snow Bowl. Eagles won 28-22. It's a sloppy game. But let's take a look at the stats. Total yards, Rams are ahead. Passing yards, Rams are way ahead. Rushing yards, Shaquan Barkley killed him. 285 to 111. And yards per play, both teams are exactly 5.7. So the Eagles had a much better running game. The Rams much better passing game. Let's see here. Penalties. Oh, the Eagles were penalized 3 times for 14 yards. And the Rams, 3 penalties for 30 yards. But here's any interceptions. Nope, nobody threw any interceptions, right? Oh, Minion says what? Talk about fumbles. Oh, the Rams lost 2 fumbles. Remember, Kyron Williams fumbled and then Stafford fumbled. It's probably due to snowball, and that ball's really slippery. So the fumbles. And you know what? The Rams got field goals off of both those fumbles. Oh, would they lose by 6 points? All right, last game of the division round. Tail of the tape here. Here we go. Ravens against the Bills. Let's take a look. Oh, Ravens lead in total yards. Oh, Ravens lead in 240 yards. He actually wanted the Ravens to win. Minion wanted the Ravens to win. Rushing yards, 176 to 147. 7.3 yards per play to 4.6 for the Bills. So the Ravens, remember, they lost by how many points? 2 points. They lost by 2 points. But the tail of the tape, they win in every stat. Let's see here. Let's go to penalties. Oh, Bills got 1 penalty for 10 yards. Oh, this is a killer. Ravens got 5 penalties for 43. Most at crucial points, right? Right, crucial points in the game. Kills your drive. Kills with your momentum. Oh, here we go. Interceptions thrown, 1 for the Ravens and 0 for the Bills. And fumbles lost, 2 for the Ravens and none for the Bills. That, my friend, is why the Ravens lost and the Bills won. So yeah, tail of the tape. How many sacks do you give up? How many penalties do you get? Fumbles and interceptions. Those 4 things are some pretty good indicators. You see that one team has a lot better stats than the other one for running, passing, all that stuff. But when you factor in sacks, penalties, which usually happen at key times, interceptions, fumbles, that, my friend, would determine the game. So those are the things to look for in tomorrow's games with Bills, Raven, and Washington and Philadelphia. Now, predictions. Minion Bob or whoever you are, prediction, please. He's going to go Chiefs by 2. Oh, Washington by 3. Wow, that's interesting. Boy, I'm going to take, if he goes Chiefs, I'm going to take Bills by 2. I'll go Washington by 1. That's my prediction. Anyways, if you want to know my honest truth, when it comes to the Chiefs and Bills, I can't predict the winner. It's a dead even heat. It's a coin toss. I can't. I literally cannot predict who's going to win because those teams are so even. Washington Eagles, on paper, the Eagles should win. They're at home, better record, but Washington keeps finding a way to win. And Jaden Daniels, he's a tough boy to sack, so they got to contain him. Anyways, that's our 2 cents worth. Minion here, Minion Bob, whoever you are, he says, so long and enjoy the games tomorrow. Me too.